LaExcellence IAS Academy. ಭರವಸೆಯ ಬೆಳಕು.
Now today's class will be about the last week's current affairs. Howdalva? Now in our first class we have discussed about how many topics to read and why we need to read about current affairs. And third one we have discussed about how to read and we have discussed about the few topics also. Howdalva? Now today we'll be continuing with respect to the last week's current affairs. Yes or no? That is this week's current affairs, that is starting from this Monday to that is Saturday varegu. Now out of this or with respect to this week's, which all topics were news? Okay, the delegates have met with respect to discussion on all these issues. Okay, first one IWT Novana. Okay, next it is Great Nicobar project. Okay, second, the third one, yes, UNCLOS was in news. Done. It is Teesta River Water Treaty was in news. Okay. Next. Now, first one. Now, rather than discussing randomly, can we discuss which all topics were news from polity topics? Polity ne adu news alli tappa. It is speaker was in news. Okay. First one. It is speaker was in news. Speaker news alittu. Why speaker was in news? Recently, for the second term, the Om Birla has been appointed. How the or appointed or elected, I can say? Okay, elected. First topic. Second topic, ednedu. Begne. At least some 5 topics. Leader of opposition has been appointed or elected here. It is appointed here. Nothing but a second largest party, one who has the 1/10 of the seats. It is from last 10 years it was vacant alva. It was vacant. Now for the first time, that is MP from Elinda. Which constituency? It is Rai Bareli. It is MP from Rai Bareli has been appointed as a leader of opposition in which house? In, I can say, the lower house or Lok Sabha appoint madidi. Okay alva? This one, okay, second news itto. Third one, it is renaming of Kerala to Kerala. Okay, discuss mana. It is yenekappa news alli itto. It is renaming of that is, it is Kerala to what? Kerala to Keralam. Now this, why was the news? Yenekappa news alli itto. Why was the news? It is the Kerala Assembly has passed the resolution for what term? That is second term. That too with unanimous support agi. Andandre it is 100% voting madidare. There is no objection. Now don't you think we need to rename this? But Lok Sabha, or I can say the government at the central government is delaying this bill. Because at Kerala we have opposition government that is the CPI. Yes, this is the news. Adadmele it is okay. Polity topics. See, polity heading got polity. Next. So don't you think there was a joint sitting? Idhar lilva. It is joint sitting was in news. Now which joint sitting? Now, is there a provision of joint sitting in states? No. If there is no concept, joint sitting must be held at where? Must be held at the central level ashta. Central level. Now, sir, why was in news anta kelidre? Why was in news? Recently, our President of India, it is our President of India has addressed, it is chair madirlilla illi. She addressed it. He or she has addressed this now. It is Draupadi Murmu has addressed this session. Nothing but joint session. Joint sitting of the, I can say as simple as that, the parliament anta. Now, ee parliament sitting address madbekadre sumne address madkondu bartara? Obviously no. They'll start to criticize the government or criticize it is opposition government. Now, one of the most important criticism was It is declaring of, that is declaring emergency during yavaga, during 1975. It is nothing but what? It is nothing but a grave situation, the darkest period of democracy, darkest a chapter. It is, they declared, or I can say the president of India has declared, saying that on the anniversary of the 50 years of emergency. Now this we call it as what? This we call it as the grave chapter in the Indian democracy. Indian democracy criticize madidru. Nothing but, sir, is it the views of President of India? Can President of India criticize the opposition? No. Obviously, whatever the guidelines which has been given by the President of India, nothing but in automatically. See, as soon as I say it is President of India antandre, always and always what? Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister will be guiding. Prime Ministers will be guiding this document. Okay, next. Begin. First. Next topic. Exactly. Yes. Now that is cookie. It is the tribals who are present in where? Who are present in Manipur. That is, we call it as the cookie zone. The cookie zone. They are demanding what? They are demanding a union territory status to Manipur. Union a territory status to Manipur. Okay. Aito. Next topics. Baby nan gelbekega. First. Next topic. Online. First. It is portfolio system. Council of Ministers Jamanat do. Okay, Alva. Not this week's. Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. Exactly, yes. Okay. Emergency. Pakka fix. Question kele teri varsha. Because 50 years, Alva. Next. Next topics. It is Deputy Speaker post is in news. Exactly. Yenekappa Deputy Speaker post. Exactly. See, nodadadre, it is from 5 to 6 years. This Deputy Speaker post is vacant. See, Harivansh Singh bittadmele, it is completely vacant. Now, recent there is a controversy saying that will this Deputy Speaker post, will they be captured by a ruling party, or will they give it to opposition and then UCLA? But what is the constitutional mandate here? Constitution guidelines. Does it talks about ruling kodbeku or opposition kodbeku? No. It is nothing but one who can get the majority in the house. Nothing but Lok Sabha yaar majority tagotaro, he will become, or he or she will become what? It is deputy or speaker anta. Okay, it is just a convention. Example ke UPSC le. It is just a convention with respect to, that is Deputy Speaker post either going to ruling or opposition. Take an example of Karnataka case. Deputy Speaker post, have they given to BJP, the second largest party? No. If that is the case, why are they demanding at center? Yes or no? Hope you're getting. It is nothing but as simple as that. The people's mandate is final. The people's mandate or the people representatives is a final. Nothing but it is just based on what? It is just based on a convention. Just based on a convention. Okay, idadmele bebene hangela topics at least brush up madbekiga. Then I can discuss all those topics. It is G7 not from polity. That is from IR. It is E-Saksha app. Okay. I think the major important one here is, now don't you think CBI was in use? It is again after giving a bail by the ED court. Now the CBI has been arrested. Okay, now the basic question keladadre, is it a statutory body or a constitutional body or an executive body? Executive body, first one. Now it functions under which ministry? Which ministry? It is PM or ministry alla. It is Department of Personnel or Ministry of the Personnel, the Pensions and Public Grievances anta. Public grievances, we'll see all those things. Adadmele, after this, leader of opposition aitu. Next. It is E-Saksham app, we'll see all those things. E-Saksham. Okay, Alva? Done. So all this were in news. Some 10 topics, okay now. 10 topics, polity in the. Next one, environmental topics in the environmental section. Environment and ecology. Which all topic one use? Big name. I'm being a pattern. Huh. First. Huh. Okay, Rajkot airport, not from environment. That is an economy. Rajkot to Delhi, do ella bidogide, neer tumkonide. Okay. That is just a criticisms towards government ashte. That is not much important from my exam point of view. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಓದ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಉಡಾನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಉಡೇ ದೇಶ್ ಕಾಮ್ ನಾಗರಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಪರ್ಡ್ ದ ಸಫಾರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬೈ ದ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಎಸ್. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಓದಿರೋ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, it is with respect to leopard. Now why was the news here? It is union minister with respect to environment, forest and climate change. He has launched what? He has launched it is the first South India as well as India's largest safari has been launched here. Ee varsha question kellebeku, either with respect to this news or with respect to Bannerghatta or with respect to the leopard sanctuary ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. Now what is the rank with respect to leopard? What is the rank with respect to leopard in India? Yeah, tiger ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ we have 75%. What about India's perspective? What is the IUCN status? What is the rank of Karnataka? Which state has the highest ranking? Yes or no? ನೋಡಿದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೂಲ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. Yes or no? Madhya Pradesh is the largest one. Okay. Which national park is the highest? Hilly. Which one is the largest? Kotila. See, Madhya Pradesh kelala because everyone knows, at least majority knows. It is Nagarjun Sagar Sanctuary as the highest one, followed by it is Panna. Nagarjun Sagar illide. It is Srisailam, or I can say Andhra Pradesh alli. It is Panna, it is in Madhya Pradesh. Yes or no? We'll see all those things. Pakka ee varsha question kellebeku. First topic. Second topic from environment and ecology. Second topic, it is rhinos. Okay, rhinos. One on rhino. Mate yellow rhinos. Okay, yellow rhinos. It is Sumatran, Malaysian, Javan, African. Okay, done. It is South African. Okay, black rhino or white rhino. Okay, na? Next. Okay, it is wetlands topics. How many wetlands are present in India now? It is 82, addition of 2 from which state? It is Bihar in the. Okay, alva? No, it is 80 already. It is an addition of 2 from the Bihar. Okay. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ. ಬೇಬೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕೀಗ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕಾಲಜಿ. ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಯಸ್, ದ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. Okay, why was the news? ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is this great Nicobar project. It's a huge investment project by central government for the development of Andaman and Nicobar. Sir, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ more than 70,000 crore rupees. To be precise, 72. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಾವಿರ ಕೋಟಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ only thing here is with respect to strategic location ಇದು, because it is near to our Strait of Malacca, first thing, and second thing here is this can be developed as a next tourism hub, or I can say the highland hub anta. Now if that is the case, don't you think the tribal rights will be violated? Yes or no? Tribal rights will be violated anta. Okay alva? Adukoskara there is a controversy between how we need to balance between infrastructure and how to balance between environment. Okay alva? No, just see ideas kodta idina, admele we'll discuss one by one. ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಎನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಯರ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಸರ್ವೆ, ಹೈಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಏನೇನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ The baseline survey has been conducted by ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is by Haryana government or it is conducted in Haryana, that is with respect to it is conservation and protection of Aravallis. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least who is the highest peak of Aravallis? Guru Shikhar, highest peak out of Guru Shikhar? It is Mount Abu. It is Mount Abu ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is with respect to Guru Shikhar as well as Haryana. It is the 7 districts. The 7 districts we are going for what? The first baseline survey. The first baseline survey. ನೋಡೋಣ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಅದು baseline survey ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. At least Aravallis ಬಗ್ಗೆ, what is the length of Aravallis? Okay, what is the location of Aravallis? Is it an extension of peninsular region or completely desert region? Third one, is it a young fold mountains or the old fold mountains? Old. It is also called relics. Okay, alva. Idr ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋಣ, baseline ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. At the same time, we'll also discuss about Aravallis, and which is a project which has been launched by UNCCD. What is UNCCD? United Nation Convention towards Combating Desertification. ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ಗೆ. ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅದು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ವಾಲ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ಯಸ್, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗೈತೆಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಎ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್, ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಡನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೀಕ್. ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ವೀಕ್ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿಯಿಂದ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. From economy, it is exactly yes, Great Wall Initiative. Perfect, yes, exactly online. It is fiscal deficit was in use. Okay, fiscal deficit was in use. We'll see. Fiscal andre no, monetary andre no. What are the different types of deficits? We'll see all those things. What is revenue deficit, fiscal deficit, monetary deficit? We'll see all those things. Okay, ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕನ್ನೋದು. It is the Chenab with respect to infrastructure. It is the Chenab. ಏನಪ್ಪ Chenabದು? It is Chenab rail bridge. The Chenab rail bridge has been recently successfully tested by the Ministry of Railways. ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ವೋ? It is recent ಆಗಿ Ministry of Railways has successfully tested the complete train which has run on this ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. It is the highest, ಏನಪ್ಪ highest, the single arch. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least single arch railway bridge which has been constructed on which river? It is Chenab river. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, but it is, or it connects which all regions? It has been developed by ಯಾರು? It is developed by DRDO. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನೇ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. It is different IITs and ಆಯ್ತು. It is GSI. It is Geological Survey of India. Geological Survey of India. What is the lifespan which has been given for this Chenab? See, ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳೋದು. It is what is the time period which has been given ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is 120 years ಅಷ್ಟೇ. The life span of this, the single arch railway bridge which has been constructed by the Ministry of Railways with the help of DRDO, IITs and the GSI. That is Geological Survey of India. Second topic was in news. Okay alva? Third topic ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, third topic it is ಕವಚ್. ಓಕೆ ಹೌದು, ರೈನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಜಮಾನ್ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ, it is ಕವಚ್. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಕವಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? Exactly, it is a kavach. What do you mean kavach? It is automatic. Now with respect to collision ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? And this stopping, it is done with the help of automatic train stopping or automatic, that is reduction of train collisions has been helped with the help of a kavach. This has been indigenously developed by Ministry of Railways. Ministry of Railways, but all these are ಹಳೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ RBI ಫಿಸ್ಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯೂಸ್. ನೆನ್ನೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ RBI's fiscal stability report 2024 has been released. 2024 has been released now. Now this has been released ಯಾರು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it has been released by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Now major ಆಗಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, talks about what? Exactly, all time low of NPS. exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ what is the percentage ಅಂತ. It is all time low 12%. No, it is all time low with respect to 12 years compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. It is hardly less than 3%. Less than 3%, we'll see. Exactly, exam ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳೋದು. It is with respect to this fiscal stability report which has been released by RBI, which talks about mainly about highlights ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, it is less with respect to what? It is NPS ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? It is non-performing assets. Now in this report they have also talked about two types of NPS. We call it as gross NPS anta. Second one we call it as net NPS anta. Gross NPS as well as the net NPS anta. Yes, we'll see all those things. This first RBI dadre. Second from RBI is recently this RBI has cancelled the license of one of the cooperatives which are present in Maharashtra. Which is that cooperative? First again. Which one? It is Jaman Vela. PMC ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಈಗ. It is City Cooperative Bank. It is City Cooperative Bank which are present in Maharashtra. Their licenses has been cancelled. Sir, license ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, now because they have not maintained adequate fiscal stability, I can say management, or they have not maintained adequate what? Adequate balance sheet of the cooperatives. Now, don't you think this comes second after the license which has been cancelled with respect to Paytm in the month of February 2024? How do you don't you think? Yella important iganta. See, important here. See, news is not much important here, but the most important here is you should know about what is payment banks anta. With respect in the context of, I can say Paytm. With respect to this case, you should know about what is cooperatives. What is our cooperatives anta? 101% you must know. Yes or no? Yes. Speed ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ? ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? What do you think? Okay na? Manageable? Okay. At least ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Yes. It is next ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆನ್ನೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ it is what? It is SAARC currency swap. It is the SAARC country or India or government of India and RBI has released the revised guidelines with respect to what? Currency swap agreement with SAARC countries. Now, don't you think we need to know about currency swap agreement? Don't you think we need to know about the SAARC countries? And don't you think we need to know about the, I can say, alternative organization which has been developed to counter this SAARC anta or to reduce the powers of SAARC? It is nothing but what? BIMSTEC. It is nothing but BIMSTEC. SAARC ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? It is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Regional cooperation. How many countries are a part of this SAARC? It is 8. Now, when it has been established? 1985. Okay, 1985. Which date? It is December 8. See, 8 countries. Okay, December 8, 1985. Where it has been established anta kelidre, it is in Dhaka. It's in Dhaka, but headquarters is in where? It is in Kathmandu, Nepal ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It is Kathmandu, Nepal. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ, how to remember all those things. See, once the class ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದ ಕಥೆ ಅದು. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? That should be the intention. Okay, we'll see. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ next one. It is RBI has also revised. ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ RBI ದೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ನಾನೀಗ. It is ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ you should know all the news with respect to the complete weeks. It is RBI has released what? RBI has released updated guidelines with respect to what? A PSL. What is PSL? It is priority sector lending. Priority sector lending anta. Now, what do you mean by sir priority sector lending antandre? It's the loans which has been given. That is a particular portion of the loans by the commercial banks or any other banks. They need to provide it to what? They need to provide it to, that is, vulnerable sections. They need to provide it to vulnerable sections. We'll see. Now, ishtala okay. Now, how many sectors has been added as a priority sector lending by RBI? Basic question. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ by RBI, which talks about what? It is loans which are being provided in the economically, I can say, weaker districts. If the loan amount is less than ಎಷ್ಟು 9,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೆ, it comes under what? It comes under priority sector lending. 7ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ we have 7 PSL norms or PSL sectors. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ they have also added now don't you think will be a question? ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಶ್, ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇಂದ there was a new scheme which has been launched by the government of India with respect to forensic. Which is that? New forensic? New or national? Okay, national forensic, okay. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು wrong ಅದು. See, ಅದನ್ನು just attach ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. See, that has been established in 2020. National Forensic University. Okay, alva? And that scheme we call it as what? That scheme we call it as, it is NFIES ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಿರ at least? Exactly. It is NFIES ಅಂತ. NFIES, it is National Forensic Infrastructure Enhancement Scheme, which has been launched by Ministry of Home Affairs for a period of 4 years, 5 years alla, for a period of 4 years, with respect to establishment of infrastructure related to a forensic. Establishment related to what? Are related to the forensic and the other thing. Establishment related to the forensic. Yes, we'll see this. Next one. Now, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಚೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಇವಾಗ ಆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನೌ? ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಗೆ? Which organization? India is chairing the 64th, I can say, the session of ISO. What is ISO? ಅದು SEO ಅದು. Which is that? ಯಾವುದು? It is Solar Alliance. ಅದು ISA. Solar Alliance ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Because recently Paraguay has been joined as the 100th country. ನೆನ್ನೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ. Yes. ಸರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is ISO. What is ISO? It is International Sugar Organization. International Sugar Organization ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. International the Sugar Organization was in news. Now sir ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, India is the chair for the 64th session. Now this is ongoing ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ? It is June 25th ಇಂದ this convention is ongoing and India is the chair. Yes. And sir ಇದು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, don't you think India is the second largest producer of sugarcane also? And India is also, it is the largest consumer also. ತಿಂತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ sugar, it is with the largest sugar consumer also. In this context, that is chairing this, I can say, organization, it is highly important with respect to economy also, with respect to the feeding the food security also, and also meeting the income of the sugar farmers also. Now while discussing about all these things, you should also know about FRP andre ಏನು. You should know about the basics about sugarcane. What is the soil required? What is the temperature required? Irrigation required? Followed by which country is the largest producer? Which country is the largest consumer? And which state is the largest? I can say largest producer, largest consumer. Adadmele you should also know about Karnataka specific nodadadre which district is called as sugarland, which district produces the highest production. You should know. Yes or no? Yes. See, what are heading ashte odbek ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. You should never read anything. You should think. Yes, but ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Next one with respect to recently FSSAI. What is FSSAI? It is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Now this comes from which ministry? It is Ministry of Consumer Affairs. That is Consumer Food and Public Distribution. Correct. Correct or wrong? It's obviously wrong. It is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? See, first question here is, it is ಯಾವ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, when it has been launched, objective ಏನು. ನಾವು ಸರ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಇದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿತ್ತು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, recently it is they have released new guidelines with respect to, see recently ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, it is ಪಾನಿಪುರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಸಿನೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. Now don't you think we need to regulate all those consumer organizations? Now a consumer organizations na regulate ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬಾಡಿ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is FSSAI. Now this FSSAI has released a new licensing policy or new guidelines with respect to acquiring of licenses by all the consumer organizations, by all the food consuming organization or food producing organizations. In ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಗಡಿಯವರು, it is normal hotels, everyone need to apply for this new license or else 7 ವರ್ಷ ಜೈಲ್ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ or it is 10,000 rupees fine ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Yes or no? Yes, highly important one. See all this, some 10 topics from economy is also in news. We'll discuss. See ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಆದಷ್ಟು I'll be discussing. Next one with respect to, see ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, at least in case if I miss something I'll cover, not an issue, but ಎಷ್ಟಾಗೋದಷ್ಟು I'll cover. Next one with respect to science and technology. Exactly, ಕಬಾಬು ಇದೆ, ಓಕೆ ಭಾನುವಾರ ಬೇರೆ ನಾನು ಟಾರ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಸಿ ಏನಕ್ಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ರಜಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಸಂಡೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಾಟರ್ಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈವನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಸಂಡೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೌ with respect to science and technology, which all topics were news? Increase in dengue cases, okay. Okay, Changi mission. Okay alva? It is with respect to the space ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, first Indian space related ಚೈನಾದಲ್ಲ, it is India ಯಾವ್ದಿಲ್ಲಿ, it is recently ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಪುಷ್ಪ ಇಂದ ಮುಂಚೆ it is ISS was in news. What is ISS? It is Bharatiya Antarikshak Station, or it is also called as, it is Indian Space Station, will be operational by which year? It is by 2035. It is will be operational. Nothing but any plan is ready agide. ISRO has completed the plan with respect to launching of this ISS by the year 2035. Now ee gap alle madhya gap alle they've also announced second plan called as, we are also launching Chandrayana 4 anta. Chandrayana 4, it is they also, the plan is ready with respect to what? Chandrayana 4. Now ee Chandrayana 4 context bandaga we must know about recent news here is yadappa, it is Chang'e 6 anta. Chang'e 6 has also been launched by ಯಾವ country? It is by China. Now what is the uniqueness about this mission? It is exactly, for the first time they have collected sample from which region? Wrong. It is far side of the moon. It is south alla. See now obbre hogiro south ge. It is far side of the moon. This is the first time the Chinese has brought what? As samples. See sumne ille ello man collect ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು they are saying okay namdu ತಂದಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. It is the first sample collected from where? It is far side of the moon. See, far side is different, followed by visible side is different, followed by south pole and north pole is different. Sir, ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, nothing that this is moon. Now this is north, this is south pole, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ. Now visible part is this one, visible one, and this is invisible one, nothing but the farther side. Farther side is more broader compared to what? It is the southern and the north pole. Yes? Okay alva? Then this is our first one. Idr jotege nam space nodadadre we also discussed about which one? It is our Pushpak anta. Exam al keltare Pushpak recently seen in news is related to antandre Pushpak 2 anta akbarbedi. Okay, it is, what is Pushpak now? It is RLV, Now this is an advanced, I can say, technology. Advanced technology, we call it as what? Advanced technology, we call it as reusable launch vehicle. Reusable launch vehicle anta. Sir, reusable antandre enu antandre, it is as simple as that, using again and again. Using again and again. Yes, followed by it is the pushpak. Sir, illinda sir launch madidvi idina anta kelidre, illindanappa, it is from our, I can say, from our Chitradurga, we call it as what? It is a Chalkerenda. From a Chalkerenda we have launched this, we call it as pushpak. And now enak sir news ali ittu antandre, that is the third test and the final test has also been successfully completed. Completed alla, successfully it has been completed now. Now we can use this pushpak for now various different, I can say, that is space related, I can say, the missions. It can be Chandrayaan 4 agirbodu, it can be Gaganyaan also, it can be the Shukrayaan, etc, etc, etc. Yes, okay na. Idu bittu, it is Prachand helicopter was in use. Okay, helicopters nodadadre, helicopters ali the two helicopters were in use. One we call it as Mirage 2000. News ali itta Mirage 2000. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ Mirage 2000? Mirage 2000 was in use. Why was in use? Recent agi we have signed to procure the reused or already used a Mirage 2000 from ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is from Qatar. ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. It is nothing but we have signed to procure already used the 12 Mirage from ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is from a country called as a Qatar ಅಂತ, from a country called as a Qatar ಇಂದ. Done. ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is Prachand. Again it's our indigenous project. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ Prachando? Exactly, it is, see, ಅವರೊಬ್ಬರೇ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೊಡೋದು? Hope you getting? See, we have only one organization who can manufacture, I can say, different defense related equipments ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is HAL. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೊಡೋದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರೋದನ್ನ ಗೊತ್ತು. Yes or no? Okay, it is recent news ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, recently Ministry of Defense, ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್? It is Rajnath Singh has given an order to our, I can say, HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautical Limited. Now this HAL has developed n number of helicopters or n number of, I can say, the aircrafts, and one of the major one here is yadu. Major one here is LCA series. A LCA series ali, the first one is Marut, and the second in the series here is Tejas. Okay, ನೋಡಿದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬೈ ಬೈ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿರಲ್ಲ, it is clouds ಗೆಲ್ಲ. Yes, this one. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, we have established the Asia's largest helicopter manufacturing a center where it is at ತುಮಕೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ತುಮಕೂರು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? It is 2027 ಅಲ್ಲಿ, nothing but 3 years ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ this will be operational. See, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. This will be operational. It is 2027 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದು ಒಂದು ಆಟ ಸಮಾಂತರ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವಾಗ, that is called ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ something from IT ಇಂದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮೋಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮೋಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮೋಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಹಂಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ಐ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಸಮ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ IT ಇಂದ, information technology ಇಂದ, there is two topics was in use. One we call it as ನಿನ್ನೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, this NTA has said that ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರೋ ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as dark net. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ dark net. It is dark net, deep web, surface web, we'll see all those things. See, first one it is, which one was in use ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is dark net or dark web ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Dark web, we'll see. The context here is NTA has said that someone has hacked the server of NTN. By using what? By using illegal means. By using illegal means, and that illegal means we call it as what? The app called as the onion ring anta. Onion ring, TOR kelidira? Onion ring. No one can hack you. No one can get to know exactly from where are they. It is hacking our servers. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಟು ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಚಾಟ್ GPT, to counter the chat GPT, the Anthropoid, ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿ, Anthropoid, an organization has launched AI model. What is AI? It is artificial intelligence, that is language learning AI. Language learning AI. It uses a GPT. What is GPT? It is generative pre-trained, which is more advanced than ChatGPT, more advanced than Bard. How is not Bard? It is Google. Now idu counter agi yaru establish ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is Claude 3.5 a sonnet ಅಂತ. highly important exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. This Claude, it is 3.5 sonnet which has been launched by ಮಧು ನಗ್ಬೇಡ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, it is Anthropoid which has launched this, I can say more advanced. It is AI GPT model. What is GPT? Example ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What is GPT? It is generative pre-trained artificial intelligence which has been launched by Anthropoid. Now this ChatGPT ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? This has been launched by ಯಾರು? It is OpenAI, a company called as OpenAI. The Bard has been launched by Google via a mission called as Operation Gemini or Mission Gemini. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Mission Gemini. You must know this. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ the second topic highly is in news ಇದು. And next one from NASA topics ಇಂದ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, from NASA topics the most important one here is the Juno mission. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. What is Juno mission? It is Jupiter near orbit, that is the polar orbit anta, that is near the polar orbit. Now recently we have gotten evidence with respect to the near earth orbit called as low ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ. We'll say what is the highlight sir, ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is we have recently identified a volcanic crater has been identified by ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ Juno mission. Example direct questions ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is Juno mission has been launched by ಯಾರು? It is ESA ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, Russia, Roscosmos, followed by NASA, followed by India ಅಂತ. Yes, there will be direct questions. This is from the science and technology topics. Science and technology are topics anta. Now the next one or last one I can say miscellaneous. ಬೇಗನೆ ಮಿಸ್ಲೇನಿಯಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಮಿಸ್ಲೇನಿಯಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸು? ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಜುಪಿಟರ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ only and only scheme. We call it as what? Udan scheme ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಉಡಾನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಫಿಕ್ಸು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಮಾನದು 2016 ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, now don't you think the first and the foremost one, it is Senegal was in use? Yes or no? The opposition are demanding what? To remove this from parliament. We call it as the most important one here is, it is Senegal was in use. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ Srinagar has been declared as what? It is world's craft city. This is the fourth in the series. ನಮ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ? ಚನ್ನಪಟ್ಟಣ ಟಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅದು GI. ಹಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚನ್ನಪಟ್ಟ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೊಪ್ಪಳ. ಓಕೆ, it is that is World's Craft Council. World's Craft Council, now they have declared the fourth city from India. Fourth city from India, we call it as Srinagar, has been declared as what? A craft city. Craft city after ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ after three that is we call it as what? First one was Jaipur. ಅದೇ ಮೋದಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಟೀ ಕುಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಟೀ ಕುಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫೋನ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜೈಪುರ್, ಪಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಟಿ, ದ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಟಿ. Second one from Tamil Nadu, it is Mamallapuram. Exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ ನಾನು. See, everything is recorded now. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Yes, it is Mamallapuram. The third one from Karnataka ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is Mysore. Mysore has been declared as what? Has been declared as the creative, or I can say it is nothing but the craft council. Craft a council declare ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is UNESCO ದವರು. It's an NGO. This World Craft Council, it has been established by one of the founders are from India. It is Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. Yes, highly important one. She is also most important personality during our independence movement also. Now they have established an NGO. And this is supported by UNESCO since inception in the. Now this UNESCO though Creative Cities Network kuda bartide news alli. See, though it is hale news, it is Kozhikode is the only city with respect to what? It is language. Creative cities with respect to literature. Creative cities with respect to literature declare ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Totally we have 8 creative cities. 8 creative cities. ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. It is what? It is creativeness with respect to ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? It is pen drives. Thus Bengaluru is not in the list of creative cities. Creative cities ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ದು. It is we have only 8. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದಾಯ್ತು. ನಾವು ಇದೇ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is the tourism department. The tourism department is promoting ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? Is promoting the expansion of tourism. ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is Swadesh Darshan scheme ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have a circuit called as Mysore tourism circuit ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Now under this promotion, under the Mysore tourism circuit ಅಲ್ಲಿ, Mysore tourism circuit, recently Somnath temple has been included in this. Yes or ನೋಡಿ, ಸೋಮನಾಥ್ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಏನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಈಗ example 2024 question again. It's nothing but the 42nd the World Heritage Sites, which major talks about what? The 3 major important UNESCO's. The cities we call it as Halebeedu, the Beluru, Channakeshwar temple at Belur, followed by Keshava temple at where? It is Somnathpura. Keshava temple at Somnathpura, idu Beluru, followed by it is Halebeedu. Yes, all these are highly important one. Even our Karnataka government is also promoting the expansion of this Mysuru tourism circuit also. Now, what is the slogan of this Mysuru tourism circuit? ಮೈಸೂರು ಯಾರಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇದ್ರು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಮಗೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಸ್, ಓಕೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೆರಿಟೇಜ್ ಯಾರ್ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೋಗ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೆರಿಟೇಜ್ ಯಾರ್ a destination. Yes or no? They are constructing international standards of tourism, and that is encouraging the tourist activities to visit this Mysore circuit. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ 2 ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. 2 ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್. One we call it as statistical report on agriculture. ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬೇಗನೆ? Statistical report on agriculture is released by first ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತದು ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸಿಟಿ, ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಹೆರಿಟೇಜು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಬಾಸ್. ಮೈಸೂರನ್ನ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರಂತೆ, ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಹೆರಿಟೇಜ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಜಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಈಗ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ಆರ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 6 months ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಡೈಲಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Now with respect to the state of or the statistical report on agriculture 2024, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Now which state is the largest producer of fruits and vegetables? Which state is the largest producer of pulses? Which state is the largest producer of cereals? ನೀವು ಹಳೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತೀನಿ. Now you should say according to this report. And they've also given what is the value of agriculture with respect to pulses. Pulses ಅಲ್ಲಿ which is more dominating? Don't you think it is more valid than reading any static books? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಿದೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಷನ್. ನಾವು ಸರ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಸರ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ NSO ಅಂಡರ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೈ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್, ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್. ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದಿಸ್, ಯಾರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, Ministry of Agriculture. Second is Animal Husbandry. Third is Ministry of Commerce. Fourth will be NSO. Yes, first report. Second report we call it as World Investment Report anta. World Investment Report ಯಾರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ? It is UNCTAD or UNCTAD. UNC World Bank ಅಲ್ಲ. It is World Bank report ಮಾಡೋ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? It is ease of doing business. Ease of doing business. Whereas this World Investment Report is released by United Nations Convention with respect to Trade and Development. It is United Nations Convention on Conference with respect to Trade and Development. Trade and Development recent report release ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ with respect to investment. We'll see this. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ you should also know about FATF. ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು FATF. Why was the news? India is considered to be one of the most abiding laws with respect to FATF ante. FATF, we'll see FATF ante enapa? It is Financial Action Task Force was in news. Second organization is ISA was in news. Idikkenu news bekagilla because I've already said it is 100th country has been ratified. Yadappa 100ನೇ country. It is Paraguay has been, I can say, ratified this ISA, followed by Jal Jeevan Mission news alito, JJM or JJM. Okay, it is JJM or Jal Jeevan Mission. There are been, I can say, addition with respect to JJM. We'll see all those things. Okay, all this, some 30 or 35 topics are in news from at least from Monday to it is Saturday or Nenne varagu. Okay, yes. Now shall we discuss one by one? Okay alva? Yes. Now the most important topic, yaudu sir idralli most important antandre, the first one here is Bannarghatta National Park or Bannarghatta Zoo anta. Okay alva? Yes, give heading. First topic. Okay alva, illiyorge doubts ilva news at least news alli? Yes, see at least one ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, because group C exams ಅಲ್ಲಿ or group B exams ಅಲ್ಲಿ there will be direct question with respect to news or context ಗೆ. And next comes are with respect to what? Next comes with respect to the context. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು, why we need to remember all those things. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Now first topic ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is biological or it is Bannarghatta Biological Park. It is Bannarghatta Biological Park anta ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. It is called as BBP anta. Okay alva? Now whenever you are discussing about any topic, what should be our first and foremost point of view to know? It is why news anta. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಗನೆ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ at least I've discussed all those things. Now recently our Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has launched what? ಏನಪ್ಪ? Has launched ಹಾ T20 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದು, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ನನಗೆ. ಓಕೆ ಎಸ್, ನೀನೆಲ್ಲ ಜಾಗರಣೆ ಇದ್ದು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳೋದೀಗ. Okay, it is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has launched the first South India's as well as what? As well as the largest a leopard safari. Correct? It is most important one. It is the first from South India. It is largest with respect to leopard. Largest with respect to leopard, a safari which has been launched. First one, okay, doubt illa illi. Yes, see, basic questions irutte. The first one from South India and second one we call it as the largest safari. Now the question here is, sir, why they have established the largest one with respect to, it is Bengaluru alle. Enike largest one? Huh. First agi. Why largest one? In mada kelsa ilva ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? Why? See, first thing here is, we have one of the largest leopards in Karnataka. One of the largest. But ಎಷ್ಟು rank ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Second one here is to boost the tourism activity also. We can generate more revenue from the safari. ಈಗ for example ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ, will we go to Mysore? But Bengaluru ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ, not only the Bengalurians will visit this leopard, as well as the outsiders, nothing but various states from different countries also they can visit this leopard sanctuary or leopard safari because of huge connectivity which is present with respect to the Bengaluru. Huge connectivity. Okay, alva? Now this is the first one. Second one nodadadre, now sir, second one here is with respect to, it is Bannarghetta, it is biological, the park ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ Bannarghetta biological park. About ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? If you are discussing about anything, the first thing you should know here is what? About. Now sir, biological, I can say the park andre ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ? Is it in situ conservation or ex situ conservation? It is in situ now, biological park. It is safari, we are doing safari. Is it in situ or ex situ? It is not in situ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ example ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is national park, wildlife sanctuaries, all this comes in situ. Whereas ex situ ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is zoos, it is botanical gardens, biological parks, all this comes under ex situ. Now sir, what is ex situ? In situ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, in situ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ex situ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? In situ here is the protection and conservation of the, I can say, biodiversity. Nothing but it can be plants or animals which are done in their own locality. Howdo ilvo? It is if you are doing the conservation and protection, that is CP. If you are doing it in their own locality, we call it as in situ. Now think that now I have brought up and born in Bengaluru. Now if I am working in Bengaluru andaga, will I call it as in situ or ex situ? In situ. Nothing that if I am moving to some other state, nothing that I am moving to Delhi or Hyderabad. Now will I be called as in situ or ex situ? It is ex situ. Nothing but I am not being conserved in my own locality. Rather, I have been conserved in out of my, I can say, habitat. And that we call it as in situ as well as ex situ conservation. Yes. Iga biological, or I can say biological park or botanical park ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, is it in situ or ex situ? It is ex situ conservation. It is the ex situ or conservation. Okay, now first one. Second one, what is the location of this? ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಇದು? It is on the outskirts of Bengaluru. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? On the outskirts of, or as simple as that, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಡಸನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್. ನಾವು ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ. Now when was this a garden or botanical park of Bannarghetta has been established? when was national park has been established? At 1974 national park, okay, but what about this? First, ಹೇಳುವ ಪಟ್ಟಂತಿಗ 1974 ಗೊತ್ತದು 1974 national park when it has been established. Now the first one year is in the year 1974. In the year 1974, after Project Tiger ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1973 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ in the year 1974, the first and foremost 1 year is ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is ಬನ್ನಾರ್ಘಟ್ಟ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ನ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಬನ್ನಾರ್ಘಟ್ಟ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ majorly for what purpose here? It is majorly with respect to conservation of organisms in their own locality. Nothing but in situ conservation. In situ conservation. Now, don't you think in situ conservation jotege we should also go for conservation of other, I can say, organisms? We need to go for breeding. We need to go for butterfly conservation. We need to go for zoos. Yes or no? We need to go for safari also. Nothing but our main idea was to generate revenue from this national park. In ಮಾಡಿದದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we divided this national park and created a separate zone called as what? It is Bannarghatta. It is biological park has been established. Bannarghatta biological park has been bifurcated from Elinda. It is bifurcated from national park, that is Bannarghatta national park. In yavaga sir anta kelidre in the year 2004. Be cautious here. Example 1974 kelidre it is only national park, Bannarghatta national park, and we have created a separate zone majorly with respect to conservation of other organisms and also to generate revenue from this. We have established what? It is Bannarghatta. It is a biological park which has been established in the year 2004. Now sir, okay, Bannarghatta, it is botanical park established madidvi. Now what is which all organisms are being conserved here? Which all organisms are being conserved? Now for the conservation of different organisms, this complete, it is Bannarghatta, it is biological park is being divided into the 4 zones. It has been divided into 4 zones. One is for zoo. Notice at least ogli. Yes. One is with respect to zoo. Second one with respect to nodi safari el bartide anta. One is with respect to safari. And the third one is with respect to what? Third one is with respect to inike. It is conservation of butterflies. Conservation of the butterflies. And the last one it is focused on. It is rescue center. It is focused on rescue center. At least nimeಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಝೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? What is zoo? It is conservation of animals. Yes or no? That is majorly put under, or I can say it is created under artificial conditions. That we call it as zoo. Safari andre we can observe the animals in a natural habitat. We call it as safari. ನೋಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್, ಜೀಪಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, that we call it as safari. Followed by conservation of butterflies. Followed by it is rescue center. Andre if the animals are in danger, we will get that to the biological national park and we will provide what? A treatment, adequate treatment. And this complete zone has been divided into the 4 important regions. And one we call it as the zoo, second one we call it as the rescue center, and the third one we call it as the safari, and the fourth one we call it as the butterfly conservation. Okay alva? Next one ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಯಸ್, ಓಕೆ. ನೀವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿದ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇರಿ. ಏನೇನು ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಓದಿದ್ರು 1974 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. 2004 ಅಂತೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಯಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ is, now what is the type of climate which is found in this Bannarghatta National Park? What is the type of a forest? And which is the highest peak, or I can say which is the hill present in this Bannerghatta National Park? Highest one? At least electricity kade iroru. First. It is the highest hill, or the hill which is present in this, I can say Bannerghatta National Park. It is Champakadama Hill. At least it is the hill which is present, or the geography. It is the first is the hill, and the hill we call it as a Champakadama. It is Champakadama Hill which is present in Bannerghatta National Park. Exactly, yes. One of the largest on the Mother. It is the inside the park. Inside the park, we have a Champakadama Hill within the or inside the park. Next one, what is the geography or what is the climate we have? What type of climate is we have three types of climate. One we call it as the moist deciduous moist deciduous type of climate. Moist deciduous. What do you mean deciduous? Which sheds the leaf. We call it as deciduous. Moist andre thandakirutte. Nothing but it is not dry, rather it is moist. It is the moist conditions. We call it as moist deciduous climate, one of the region, or I can say first one. Second one we call it as a scrub type of climate. Scrub andre what do you mean scrub? It is bushes, or as simple as that can I say grassland tara. As simple as that is grassland ide. Nodi ivella ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ by knowing this you can get to know about what type of animals have been conserved here. Hope you getting? Now sir, ಈಗ moist deciduous andre in moist deciduous can I conserve tigers? No. Tigers na conserve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Don't you think I want dry deciduous? A dry deciduous ಇದೆ or mixed forest deciduous. Mixed a forest climate is also found here. Now sir, moist ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ sir ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is different types of birds have been conserved here. It is grasslands ali. It is giraffe. Yes or no? It is, we have, I can say, the ideal or the good environmental conditions in this Bannerghatta Biological Park or Bannerghatta National Park. For that, we are using all this perspective with respect to conservation of the different organisms. It can be the lion, it can be tiger, it can be different types of birds, that is the cheetahs or now leopards. It is ideal zone for conservation of both in situ as well as ex situ conservation. In situ as well as ex situ conservation. Okay now. Yes, it is overview about the, I can say, the Bannerghatta Biological Park. Yes. Okay, now sir, revision within 2 seconds only. It is first one we have discussed about the first in South India and the largest in India, which has been announced by Yarappa. It is by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. First one done. Second one, see, whenever you are discussing about anything, you should know about the first thing. It is about anta enik news ali anta. News ali atakshna it is about anta. About enappa andre it is an in situ or ex situ conservation. Example ive kedadili. It is national park is, I can say, in situ. Now we are talking about the biological park alva. See, park andre it is what? It is ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation. Now with respect to this ex situ conservation, it is located in where anta kelidre? It is on the outskirts of Bengaluru. On the outskirts of the Bengaluru. See, you Bengaluru is ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Yes, it is outside the Bengaluru or outskirts of the Bengaluru region, near to Anekal. Near to Anekal ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. It is established ಯಾವಾಗ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, this is specific ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, if you're talking about, that is what I can say, Bannerghatta Biological Park. If you're talking about specifically about this, it has been established in 2004 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Whereas the complete national park has been established ಯಾವಾಗ? It has national park has been established in the year 1974. At least hint kodi nanu after Project Tiger admele. Project Tiger. For by it is 2004 we have established this by bifurcating this national park into a separate zone called as the conservation of the different ex situ organisms. Ex situ organisms, and this is being divided into 4 zones. One is for zoo, one is for safari, and the third one is for butterfly conservation, and the fourth one is for rescue center. Fourth one is for ರೆಸ್ಕ್ಯೂ ಸೆಂಟರ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್ ಈ ಬಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸರ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಆರ್ ಹಿಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅ ಚಂಪಕಧಾಮ ಹಿಲ್. ಚಂಪಕಧಾಮ ಹಿಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದ geography or climate. What is the geography of climate here? It's a mixed type of climatic conditions here. It's nothing but the moist deciduous, dry deciduous, scrub ಇದೆ, all those things. Yes, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. How many national parks are present in Karnataka? It is 5 national parks ಅಲ್ವಾ? 5 national park. First one ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is first one, it is Bannerghatta National Park, already ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. Second one ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? It is Nagarhole. Third one we call it as Bandipura. Fourth one exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Fourth one we call it as Dandeli Anshi. Now it has been renamed as Anshi anta. Anshi Dandeli ಇದೆ. Last one we call it as what? Last one we call it as Kudremukh. Done? Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Now first one here is Bannerghatta National Park. It's in Bengaluru. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. It is on the outskirts of the Bengaluru. Okay, done. Second one we call it as Nagarhole ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ. It is Nagarhole. It is Kodagu and Mysore district border ಇದೆ. It is Kodagu and Mysuru. ಚಾಮರಾಜನಗರ ಅಲ್ಲ. It is ಚಾಮರಾಜನಗರ ಯಾವುದು? It is Bandipura. See examiner ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It is nothing but this present in where? It is present in Chamarajanagar. Chamarajpete alla. It is Chamarajanagar. Anshi Dandeli it is present where? It is Uttar Kannada or a Karwar region. Okay alva? Kudremukh Chikmagaluru ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು ಅಂತದು. ಓಕೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು ಅಂತ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆಲ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ನೀಲಗಿರಿ ಬಯೋಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಝೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಟು. This Nagarhole National Park is also called as what? Rajiv Gandhi National Park. This comes on example ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. This comes under the first, I can say, the biosphere reserve in India. That we call it as Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Now, which is the southernmost national park? Southernmost. Correct? Patanjali ಈಗ southernmost here is, it must be Bandipura alva, Chamarajanagar hatra. It is on the border between Kerala and I can say Karnataka. Southernmost. Northernmost ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ Anshi. Easternmost, it is namde Bannerghatta. Yes or no? It is the Bannerghatta. Yes. Okay alva? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. So you should play with the map also while discussing all these things. Done? ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ now we should discuss about little bit about the leopard also. ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ ಲೆಪರ್ಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ನಾವು ಲೆಪರ್ಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, first and foremost one, see whenever we are discussing about leopard or any species as such, a species ಓದಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ದು ಬ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ? What should be a blueprint? That you see now. See, first you should know about what is the habitat, what is the geography, where is the home, or what is the home of this a particular species alva. Now first one here is about now what is this leopard called as? Leopard andre enu? What is leopard? With two liners. Exactly, I'll cover all those things. ನೀವು ಇರ್ತೀರಾ 8 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ? Yes, ನಂಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, done. See, don't worry, like I've made all the plans. Yes, weekly ಹೋಗ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ, ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು I have planned for bi-weekly also. Yes, okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, bi-weeklyನೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have a plan that is monthly current affairs ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿ ಯಾವುದು ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? they won't be overlapping. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? they won't be overlap. It is about, I'll cover, see ನಂದು ಅದೇ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Okay, it is about, see as simple as that, can I say it is one of the, I can say the 7 big cats, one of the 7 big cats. ನೋಡಿ 7 big cats ಯಾವುದು? It is ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, 7 ಇದಾವೆ. ನಾವು 7 ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಲಯನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಟೈಗರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಚೀತಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ it is leopard and snow leopard ಅಂತ. ಟೋಟಲ್ 5. ಇನ್ ಎರಡು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ puma and jaguar. Yes, done. This is 7 and one of this I can say one of this we call as leopard. Okay alva. Now sir, second one of this okay, but which is the smallest of the 7 big cats? Leopard. It is the smallest of the 7 big cats. We call it as what? Smallest of the 7 big cats we call it as the leopard anta karitivi. We call it as leopard. Now ಈ 7 big cats ನ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ which is the organization which has been established by Indian government? It is IPCA anta. What is IPCA? International Big Cat Alliance. It is headquartered in LA, headquartered in India. It has been launched by Government of India on the 50th anniversary of what? Project Tiger. On the 50th anniversary of Project Tiger, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ. It is from Mysore ಇಂದ. It's from Mysore. Highly ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. It is most important one. This is headquartered in. It is ನಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. Because we have maximum number of big cats. We have maximum number of the big cats in India. Now, don't you think the India is the only country which has all the 7 big cats? ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ಯಾವ್ದಿಲ್ಲ? It was puma and jaguar. Maximum ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Puma, jaguar ಇದೆ. It is but we don't have numbers the largest size. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೈಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. But ನೋಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಚೀತಾ ಒಂದೇ ತಂದಿರೋದು ಈಗ. Because that will complete the complete big cat cycle. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is the first one. Second one, what's the habitat? ಏನಪ್ಪ habitat? What's the habitat of the leopard? First again. What's the habitat? Where can they exist? Leopards ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ. See, leopards is distributed all over the region. It is distributed widely. Exclusion ಎಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ except in desert and in mangrove region ಬಿಟ್ಟು. It is widely distributed in all the geographies. ಎಲ್ಲಾ geographyಲೂ ಬದುಕತ್ತೆ ಇದು. It exists in all the geographies. Mountain ಅಂತೀರಾ, mountain snow leopard ಇದೆ. Yes or no? Normal plains ಅಂತೀರಾ, normal leopard ಇದೆ. Excluding what? Excluding 2 regions. One we call it as desert ಎಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. Second ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. It is we call it as the mangroves. We call it as mangroves. Example ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, it is distributed all over the region. Excluding these 2 regions, we call it as the desert and the mangroves. This is about habitat or a distribution. It is found in all the regions, excluding desert and mangroves. Now, which state has the maximum desert? That is Rajasthan. Second one, which state has the maximum mangroves? That is West Bengal. That is Sundarbans. Okay, alva. Next one, it is conservation status. Conservation ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we should know about what is the status which has been added under IUCN, what is the status added under CITES, what is the status added under WPA. ಯಾವ ಇಯರ್? 1972. It is 1972 ಅಂತ. 1972. ಬೇಗ ಈಗ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೇನಾ ಪಟ್ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದು IUCN ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು? Endangered. Paka? It is vulnerable because we have more than, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ more than 13,000 population ಇದಾವೆ. It is more than 13,000 population is present only in India. Yes or no? See, snow leopards ನಮ್ಮ 3,000 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. Only snow leopards. Yes or no? That is only found in Himalayas. It is declared as vulnerable. Under CITES ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Under CITES, is it Appendix 1 or Appendix 2? Appendix 1, it is WPLE. because it's a big cat. We need to conserve this no matter what. We need to conserve this no matter what. And no matter what. And it is WPLE. It has been declared as Schedule 1. Now, sir, Appendix 1 and Schedule 1 and ಏನು ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what is Appendix 1 and Schedule 1? It is highest protection ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಾದರೂ ವೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ highest punishment also is being provided here. Highest protection as well as highest punishment. Highest protection as well as highest punishment. Okay now. Done. Vulnerable ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ if the population size is more than ಎಷ್ಟು? It is more than 10,000. We will be declaring this as IUCN. IUCN ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it's an NGO. Yes or no? It is an NGO. ಅವ್ರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬುಕ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? It is ರೆಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬುಕ್. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು NGO ಇದು. Where is the headquarters of IUCN? It is Gland ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. It is in Switzerland. It is in Gland and that is located in where? Located in Gland, Switzerland ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Gland, Switzerland. Yes, done. Sites andre ಏನಪ್ಪ sites andre? What is sites? It is convention on, it is international trade with respect endangered species. Endangered species, nothing but work. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ conservation with respect to what species? Endangered species. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ WP ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is Wildlife Protection Act. Wildlife Protection Act majorly talks about, see ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲಿ, which majorly talks about conservation of different natural ecosystem or the natural organisms are being conserved. Natural organisms are being conserved. Okay alva? This is about a brief idea about leopard. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ about leopard census ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, that is the recent leopard census. Which is the recent leopard census? Big name. It's the 5th leopard census which has been released in which year? It is 2022 nalli. The leopard, that is the 5th leopard census which has been released. Exactly on, exactly sure, exactly perfect. Yes, sites. Okay. Perfect. Red data book, Gland, Switzerland, exactly yes. Okay. Happy, yes. Okay. Done. Next one, it is the 5th one, the 5th leopard census. Now this leopard census is released by Yarappa. Is released by Yaro. It is released by two organizations called as NTCA and Yaro. It is WII. What is NTCA? It is our 5th. It is the 5th leopard census. 5th leopard census 2022 anta. 5th leopard census 2022. 5th leopard census 2022. The first one I said it's been released by Yarappa. It has been released by NTCA, supported by, it is Wildlife Institute of India. Now this WII, it is located in where? It is in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. It's in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Yes. Second one, this is conducted once in how many years? It is once in 4 years. Exactly, yes. Now, what's the highlight of this report? What was the highlights of this report? Now, highlights irutte. One is with respect to which state has the maximum number of leopards. It is highlights about the report anta nododadre. We have two major important highlights. We got as what? One with respect to the which states has the highest number of leopards. Begnega. It is Madhya Pradesh, followed by Madhya Pradesh as the highest one, followed by Maharashtra. Third rank goes to, it is Karnataka. The third state goes to Karnataka, followed by with respect to the which tiger reserves as the maximum one. It is Harendra. It has two things. We call it as Nagarjun Sagar Sri Shailam. Highly important one. It is Nagarjun Sagar. The Sri Shailam. It is present in where? It is present in Andhra. Highly important one. Exam on questions. There are a number of questions with respect to Nagarjun Sagar Sri Shailam. Because ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಇದು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, because this Nagarjun Sagar, a tiger reserve, it is called as the largest critical tiger habitat ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This Nagarjun Sagar has what? It is the largest, the tiger or the largest critical tiger habitat. Followed by, it is, we call it as what? It is the Panna has the maximum one. Panna has the maximum one. It is present in where? It is Madhya Pradesh. It is present in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, alva? The fifth survey, it is 2022, conducted once in, I can say, the 4 years by NTCA, that is National Tiger Conservation Authority. Followed by it is the Wildlife Institute of India. Now, ide riti, can we discuss about the tiger also? Yes, tiger release ಮಾಡಿದಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ tiger census. Again same 2022. Followed by once in how many years? 4 years. Now highlights ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, which state has the maximum number of, I can say, the tigers? It is Madhya Pradesh. Followed by it is Karnataka. Followed by it is Uttarakhand. It is followed by Uttarakhand. Maharashtra alla, it is Uttarakhand. Followed by Maharashtra, ನಾಲ್ಕನೇ state. Fourth state is Maharashtra. With respect to tiger reserves ಅಲ್ಲಿ highest is fastest ಆಗಿ, it is highest one with respect to national park or tiger reserves ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is Jim Corbett National Park is the highest one, followed by Bandipura. Followed by the Bandipura has the maximum number of tiger population. Okay, alva? So all this with respect to what? All this is with respect to, I can say, it is the leopard, as well as we have discussed about what is leopard again. We have discussed about census also. We have discussed about it is Bannerghatta National Park. The followed by national parks andreno, Bannerghatta or biological park andreno. We have discussed about why was in use, all the things. Okay, alva? Yes. Next one, the next second topic it is the Aravalish. It is maximum in 5 minutes topic idu, because you already know this. It is Aravalish. Now, why was in news? Enikappa news ali? Why was in news? Big name. Inike. Recently, the Forest Mining Department has gone for the first comprehensive or first baseline survey. Has gone for what? A baseline survey. Yelli example keltare. Who has conducted this? Where anta? Where? It is in 7 districts of Haryana. It has been conducted where? 7 districts of Haryana. 7 districts of Haryana. 7 districts of Haryana. Now the first one here is, sir, a comprehensive survey or baseline survey andrenu? What do you mean by? At the first one here is, what do you mean by baseline survey? Now this baseline survey antandre, it talks about surveying comprehensively with respect to conservation and protection of the complete Aravalish. As simple as that, baseline survey talks about what? It is baseline survey about, ಏನಪ್ಪ baseline survey andre? It's a comprehensive survey. Which talks about what? Which talks about or analyzing the complete Aravalish with respect to conservation and protection of Aravalish. It's a comprehensive survey. Which has been analyzed to study what? Analyzed to study the Aravalish, and that studying will help in what? Help in adana conserve madadralli, as well as the protection of the complete Aravalish. Okay, now this is about the first one. We call it as baseline survey. See, baseline survey, as simple as that, it is a comprehensive survey. It's a comprehensive survey. Now the third news or third one ಏನಪ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ? Don't you think we need to discuss about Aravalish? On ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Aravalish ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Now Aravalish ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, what is the location of Aravalish? It is location of India ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಇದು? It is northwest of India. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? It is northwest of India. And the first one we call it as, it is present in northwest of India anta. Exactly online, perfect, yes. It's a comprehensive survey. It is the northwest part of India, yes. Now this extends from which state to which state? It is, this extends from Gujarat inda, it extends till where? It is northwest to north, you can see, that is New Delhi vargu. It is in northwest, it extends from where? It extends from Delhi to Gujarat or Gujarat to Delhi. Nenpitkondige direction, example kelidara, direction. It is from Gujarat to where? It is the Raisina hill vargu. It is in Delhi, Raisina hill, or you can say Raisina hill. It is present in where? It is present in Delhi. Now why Raisina is important? It is the president office. It is present. It is on the cell. We call it as Aravallis. Okay alva? Extension. Sir, idradu ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್? It is 67 ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. It is 670. It is 670 kilometers. I can say distance. That is from Gujarat to Delhi. Now Gujarat and Delhi vargu, which all, or I can say this hills passes through which all states? It is ಒಂದು ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಇದೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗಿದೆ, followed by ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್ ಇದೆ. It is Haryana, followed by Delhi. Okay alva? Followed by Delhi. Yes, that's about the second one or the third one, I can say. Now, so the next one nodadadre, now what type of mountain is this? Is it young fold mountains like Himalayas or old fold mountains? Now old fold mountains are really. Now what is the difference between young and old? I completely agree. This one we call it as old mountains or old fold mountains. Exactly. Young fold mountains, it's growing. It is continuously growing its height, or its height is growing because two plates are converging here. Whereas Aravallis is a old fold mountains. This is also called as what? A relic mountains. Enike relic anta? Idu old age alli ide. Nothing but there is a continuous erosion of Aravallis. Nothing but its height is decreasing. Rather than increasing. Himalayas nodadre increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Recent we have changed the height of the Mount Everest also. Whereas this old mountains is continuously eroding, or the height is continuously declining. Now sir, idana kadme madbeku, or I can say how to conserve this, how to stop this erosion part. Don't you think we need to go for huge vegetation? Our vegetation goskara we have brought in a project called as, which project? That is the plantation of the Aravallis, and that we call it as what? That is the Green Wall Initiative, or the Great Green Wall Initiative of India. That is the Great Green Wall Initiative. Nothing but conservation, or I can say the plantation of Aravallis. Okay alva? Adna stop madodakoskara. Yes. Followed by which is the highest, the peak or highest mountain anta maatadthivi illi Aravallis alli. It is highest mountain, we call it as what? It is Guru Shikhar. Guru Shikhar is the highest mountain illi. It is Guru, I can say the Shikhar. Out of this Guru Shikhar which is the highest peak here? It is Mount Abu. It is Mount Abu or Mount Abu. It is Mount Abu. Highly important one. It is Mount Abu. It is present in which state alli? It is present in Rajasthan. Example keltare. Yes, Mount Abu or Guru Shikhar. Yes. Now which all rivers as its origination? It is exactly the major rivers yadappa andre. It has two rivers. One we call it as Luni, and the second one we call it as Banas river. That is the Luni as well as the Banas. Luni as well as the Banas river as its origination. Illappa. As its origination. Where? It is Aravallis. In Aravallis. Okay alva? Enadru bitva ella nodidivi. It is first one we have discussed about what is comprehensive survey, baseline survey, and newsly it is with respect to the forest department and mining department. I've gone for the comprehensive survey with respect to how many districts? It is 7 districts of Haryana. That is we call it as the first baseline survey to know that what is the situation of Aravallis anta. then only don't you think we can go for conservation as well as protection? Adukoskara we have gone for baseline survey. Baseline is nothing but a comprehensive survey to analyze the situation of Aravallis. And for that we can go for baseline, and main objective is to conservation as well as protection, CP anta. For by Aravallis ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ Aravallis ಬಗ್ಗೆ first is about ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ location ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ location is northwestern part of peninsula. Second one we call it as it is present in the, or it extends from Gujarat to, I can say, Raisina Hill or Delhi orgu. 670 kilometers length. Followed by it is the Old Fold Mountains, Arlik Mountain, because there is a huge erosion taking place. To counter this or to stop this erosion part, that is UNCCD or Ministry of Environment has launched a project called as the Great Green Wall Initiative. And that Great Green Wall Initiative talks about the conservation and the protection or planting of the trees with respect to Aravallis, so that we can check or we can reduce the extension of the desert to the eastern part of India. Followed by it is which is the highest hill anta nodidre, it is the Guru Shikhar is the highest hill, and which is the highest peak, it is, we call it as the Mount Abu. Ili Mount Abu, it is majorly famous for what? It is the Dilwara temple. It is a Jain temple. The Dilwara temple or a Jain temple. It is also called as the White Marble temple. It is called as the White temple or the Marble temple. It is famous for the Jain, I can say Jain cultures. Jain a culture game. Followed by it is the rivers. We call it as the Banas, and I can say, Banas is a tributary of what? The Chambal. It is Luni, it is not a tributary of any river, rather it drains in the Gulf of, or I can say it drains in the Kutch region. It drains in Kutch region. Ocean ge drain agalla. We call it as Luni. Done? Okay now? Helmadu. Sabarmati kuda. Southernmost. But major nodadare iveredu. Okay, alva? Exactly, yes. Now the next one. Okay, alva, doubt ilva illi? Okay. It is the third topic. It is from art and culture. It is art and culture. We call it as what? The World's Craft a Council. The World's Craft a Council. Now coming to the World's Craft Council, why was it news? ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Why was in news? Recently, the fourth city or Srinagar has been given the what title? Has been provided the a craft city tag has been provided. Yes. Exactly. Okay. Sorry for this. Okay, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಏನೂ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮ್ಹೌ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಫಾರ್ UPSC. ಸಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 10 minutes, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 10 minutes ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್. ಓಕೆ. It is Srinagar has been provided what? Srinagar has been provided with respect to a fourth craft city title or tag. Fourth craft city tag after yaudappa ಮೂರು we have discussed already. That is the three cities. One we call it as what? One we call it as Jaipur, and the second one we call it as Mamallapuram, and the third one we call it as Mysuru. We have discussed this. Jaipur from Rajasthan, pink city. Mamallapuram, which has been constructed by Yaru. Mamallapuram. It is Pallavas. It is by Pallavas. It is in Tamil Nadu, Pallavas. Followed by Mysuru. It is in Karnataka. Majorly contribution it is by the Mysore Odiyars. Okay, alva? It is a craft city. Now next one after this we should know about World's Craft Council ಬಗ್ಗೆ. World's Craft Council, yes or no? Now with respect to Craft Council ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, first one here is, what is the first objective here? It's about ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It's our first blueprint. Now what type of body is this? Is it a UN body? Is it an intergovernmental body, or is it an NGO? It is an NGO. Highly important one. Example idine keladu. It is a non-governmental organization. It's a non-governmental organization which has been established yavaga sir anta kelidre. It has been yavaga established agirodu? Begne. It has been established in the year 1964. the contribution by the three major important personalities. ಯಾರಪ್ಪ three major important personalities? One we call it as ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಮಲಾದೇವಿ ಚಟೋಪಾಧ್ಯಾಯ, we know it is three major important personalities. The contribution, highly ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇವೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳೋದು. It is contribution by the three major important personalities. The first one we call it as Osborne anta. It is the three major important personalities. One we call it as, it is the one we call it as Osborne. Second one we call it as Margaret ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And the third major important personality from India, the most important one we call it as what? It is Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. It is highly important one. It is a Kamala Devi. It is a Chattopadhyay. It is Kamala Devi a Chattopadhyay ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? highly important one. ಸರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಈಗ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. Now what's the main objective of this council? What's the main objective? Okay alva, it's an NGO. It has been established in the year 1964 only. For the contribution with respect to establishment of this organization, it is by Osborne, followed by Margaret, followed by it is Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. Now idella aadmele, sir, what is the objective of this council? Objective enili? What's the objective? Try at least. Okay, that is craft tag ashte. What's the object of this council? It is, don't you think it's a comprehensive aspect they'll take care? They'll take care of all the different activities. First one here is, it is undertaking a research to identify such cities. Identify madadmele, they need to go for recognition of a tag. After recognition of tag, they'll be providing fund for the conservation. And the fourth thing here is, they'll also go for R&D also, to advance this craft also. Yes or no? It is a main object of this council here is to take care of all the, to take care of what? To take care of the craft related aspects in the world. To take care of what? To take care of the craft related activities. Sir, yararna sir antandre, majorly it includes artisans. Majorly it is conservation of, majorly it is the craft related activities which majorly includes it is the artisans. Majorly it is the empowerment of artisans. And second one we call it as the protection of the crafts. See, recent time nodadadre, our Indian government has launched one of the major scheme with respect to artisans, and that we call it as what? Vishwakarma Yojana. Highly important one. It's a central sector scheme. It's a central sector scheme with respect to empowerment of the artisans. We call it as Vishwakarma Yojana, 100% funded by it is central government. Major work is empowerment of artisans. Empowerment of artisans. Okay now? Yes, highly important one. Now where is the headquarters? It is Gland, Switzerland. There is no headquarters. For this. But sir, as of now, headquarters yaar kortidare sir antandre. Now this headquarters is not permanent. It continuously keeps on changing. Now sir, as of now, that is from 2021 till 2024 who will provide this headquarter functions antandre? It is by Kuwait. It is provided by yarappa antandre? It is provided by, it is a Kuwait. Where is Kuwait? Where is Kuwait? ಈಗ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಬೈತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. The main thing here is it's like online, important really. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೈದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೈದ್ರು ಸರ್ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೋ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇ ಬಾಳ್ಬಿಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಬಿಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸೆಟ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? UPSC ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಇವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತಿರೋದು UPSC, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು?
ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಇವಾಗ? ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಇದು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ,
ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಪವರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಷ್ಟು
5 o'clock ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
5 o'clock ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಬೈಕ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ Okay. It is the world's a craft, a council. Okay, alva. With respect to World Craft Council, we have discussed about the first thing here is when it has been established. It has been established in the year 1964. First thing. Second thing, established by Yaro. Established by the three major important personalities. One we call it as Osborne or Osborne. Second one it is Margaret Mead anta maatadtivi. And the third one we call it as Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. It is, we have discussed this. Adadmile we have discussed about what type of body is this. It is a NGO. It is non-governmental organization who are working in the interest of what? Who are working in the interest of the craftsmen or artisans. Their main objective here is, it is artisans. Their main objective here is artisans. Okay, alva. Idadmele we have discussed till here, followed by what is the uniqueness about this? What is the uniqueness about this? The main uniqueness about this one, the main uniqueness, ಏನಪ್ಪ uniqueness ಇಲ್ಲಿ? What do you mean of uniqueness here? It is UNESCO is the supporting body since its inception. Inception is ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ? It is since 1964 ಇಂದ. Since 1964, this UNESCO is an affiliate organization and they are supporting all the functions related to what? All the functions related to the World Craft Council. World Craft Council. Okay, alva? Sir, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ okay sir, but if I get this tag, craft tag ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ, what's the main objective? What is the significance or what is the advantage of this tag? It is first and foremost one. Don't you think it's a recognition at world level? First thing here is, I'll be getting what? A recognition. Second thing, in ಸಿಗತ್ತಪ್ಪ ನನಗೆ? It is, I'll be getting what? I'll be getting funds from this World's Craft Council. I'll be getting what? That is funds from the World's Craft Council. World's Craft Council, I'll be getting funds. ಮೂರನೇದು ಏನು ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ? It is, I can also promote the tourism activity also. Yes or no? I can also promote tourism activity at international level. I can also promote what? The tourism activity at international level. Okay alva? Highly important. At least nimge it is Vishwakarma Yojana ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ already. Okay alva? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ at least remember two things. One is Vishwakarma Yojana. It has been launched by which ministry? Ministry of Tourism or Ministry of Labor or Ministry of MSME? It is Ministry of MSME. Ministry of MSME. It is a central government project. Nothing but what? Central sector scheme. Nothing but 100% has been funded by Yaro. 100% has been funded by central government. Okay, main objective ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, it is empowering of artisans. Empowering of the artisans in the different regions of the country. Okay alva? Yes. Now ಇದೇ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have recently, or the government has launched the new scheme. Which is that scheme called as? ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? The scheme has been taken up from PIB ಇಂದ, PIB as well as All India Radio ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. All India Radio, which is that scheme? It is, we call it as NFIES ಅಂತ. NFIES. What is NFIES? It is national, it is forensic. It is National Forensic Infrastructure Enhancement Scheme. It is national one, National Forensic Infrastructure Enhancement Scheme. Infrastructure Enhancement Scheme anta. Okay alva? Now, why was the news? Enikappa news alli? Why was the news? Recently, Cabinet Committee has approved a new scheme called as what? New scheme? Not a ministry allanta, but just an introduction. It was recently Cabinet has approved a new scheme called as NFIS. Okay alva? Now, idella okay sir. NFIS ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, NFIS ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, the first and foremost one here is, it has been launched by ಯಾವ ministry ಅವರು? Ministry of Home Affairs. It has been launched by Ministry of Home Affairs, Amit Shah. Ministry of Home Affairs, Amit Shah anta ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay alva? Ministry of Home Affairs. Second one, for how many years? It is not for 5 years, it is for 4 years. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ 4 years? It is till next election ವರೆಗೂ. Till next election ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. It is till next year or next elections ವರೆಗೂ. It is ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is 2024-25 to it is 28-29. 24-25 to financial year 24-25 to it is 28 and 29 ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is about the second one. Now funds are ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ. Is it government? I completely agree, government. Now, what type of scheme is this? It is, what type of scheme is this ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is central sector scheme ಇದು. It is not sponsored scheme. It is central sector scheme. What do you mean by central sector scheme? It is 100% funded by the central government. 100% of the funds, it has been funded by the central government. Okay alva? It is 100% of funds. Followed by what is the components? What are the different components of this? It is NFIS. Which components idiyappa? Bring it. It is, we have 3 major important components. We have 3 components. We have 3 components. One we call it as ಏನಪ್ಪ? One we call it as ಏನಪ್ಪ ಒಂದು? That is National Forensic University Establishment. First objective, National Forensic University, first one. Second one we call it as establishment of National Forensic Laboratories. Okay alva? Last one we call it as enhancement of infrastructure. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ? It is, we have 3 important objectives. ಒಂದು, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Because ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? To educate the people with respect to forensics. Because we want trained forensic experts. We want what? A trained forensic experts. Second one, to make our criminal prosecution easier and faster. Don't you think we want laboratories? And laboratories need to be established majorly in different metropolitan cities. Metropolitan cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bhopal, Bengaluru, itara. Third one, which talks about already forensic education Delhi idiyalla, adana infrastructure enhance ಮಾಡಿ. That is the third component. That is the third component. Okay alva? We have discussed about the 3 major important components. One we call it as the National University. The university ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನ? ವೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್? ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ದಿಸ್? ಯಾವಾಗ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ? ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 3 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್. One we call it as what? It is a university. Second one we call it as what? Second one we call it as laboratories. And the third one we call it as enhancing infrastructure in where? It is Delhi University. Delhi University. Now sir, university no established madilva sir andre already we've established. And that component has been attached now to NFIAS, and that university has been established where? Ellappa established ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. What is the location? It is location here is Gandhinagar. It is Gandhinagar, Bengaluru alla. It is Gandhinagar, which is located where? It is Gujarat. Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Now which has been established by yaru? Is it by central government or state government? It must be central government. It is central government under an act called as a GOI Act of. It is GOI Act of which year? It is 2020. Nothing but this university has been established in the year 2020. Where? It is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Gandhinagar, Gujarat. The third one, sir, either the uniqueness, sir. What is the uniqueness? It is the first and the only university which is dedicated to forensics. Andre university forensics ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. It is nothing but it is the only and the first university with respect to studying of forensics has been established at Gandhinagar, and that is a major important uniqueness. At world level, this is what? This is the first and what? First and the only organization dedicated to or university dedicated to the studying of what? Studying of the forensics. Not at India level. It is at world level. We don't have any country which is dedicated, which has a dedicated university with respect to establishment of forensics. We have in India at Gandhinagar. Okay, at Gandhinagar. And the second one, sir, istella important idre. Will central government keep quiet? Obviously no. And they have declared this organization or they have declared this university as what? It is Institute of National Importance. They have declared this institution as what? Institution of the National Importance anta declare ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay alva? Highly important one we call it as Institution of the National Importance. Institution of the National Importance anta. Okay alva? Yes. See, whenever you are remembering or whenever you are discussing about any scheme, you should follow this blueprint. First blueprint will be about news, always. Second one will be about ಯಾವ ministry, ಯಾವಾಗ establish ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, components ಏನು, objectives ಏನು, uniqueness ಏನು. Yes, if you follow those things, it is more than sufficient. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ವಿಶ್ವಕರ್ಮ ಯೋಜನಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. At least, okay, ವಿಶ್ವಕರ್ಮ ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is ಜಲ್ ಜೀವನ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Now ಜಲ್ ಜೀವನ್ ಮಿಷನ್, okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? First ನೋಡೋಣ ಯಾವ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜಲ್ ಜೀವನ್ ಮಿಷನ್? It has Ministry of Jal Shakti, Ministry Mugita. When it has been established? It has been established in the year 2019 only. It has been established in the year 2019, followed by what is the objective here? Objective in it is Har Ghar Jal Yojana. Nothing but providing what? That is 55 liters of the drinking water facilities ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅಂತ only rural ga. It is only to rural population. It is not for all. It excludes urban areas. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್ 1 year ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is functional tap water connections. Functional tap water connections to ಯಾರಿಗೆ? To the rural populations of the country. To whom? That is rural populations, not for urban. What is the target here? It is target here is this year. This year we call it as the 2024 ಗೆ the target year is 2024 exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It is by 2024 ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ it is 55 ಲೀಟರ್. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ 55 ಲೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಪರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, 1 ಮಂತ್ಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ ಡೇಗೆ. It is 55 liters of the clean and drinking water via a functional tap water connection should be given for per person per day to the rural people of the country by the year 2024 is the target of this Jal Jeevan mission. Jal Ajeevan a mission. Okay alva, this is objective. ಈಗ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಯ್ತು ನಮಗೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ನಮಗೆ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗೀತೀಗ. ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ಡ್? ಸರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 100% has been owned by central government. ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್. ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ಡ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್. ನಾವು ಯಾವ ತರ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 50-50. Jal Jeevan mission, it is not 60-40 for normal states, it is 50-50. because ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ 50-50 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಡ್ರಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್? It is state list. If it is state list, why will I bond maximum percentage? Hope you getting? It is 50-50. Followed by Himalayan states gadre 90-10 ಅಂತ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಾನು ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ ಆಯ್ತು, ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗು, ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೇ ಫುಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 90%, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ 90% and 10%. ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ದುರಂಕ ತೋರಿಸಿ, ನಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳು ನಾವೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ 50% ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಿ. Yes or no? And the last one we call it as a UTs ಇನ್ನು ಬರ್ಗೆಟ್ಟವರು. ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ರೂಪಾಯಿ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, I'll be providing 100% for UTs. Nothing but why 100% for UTs? Because UTs are owned by central government. Union territories are owned by central government. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? See, at least ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, whenever you are discussing about all these things, at least 3 to 4 points must remember. Nothing but first you should know about what is the which ministry, what's the objective of this, which year it has been launched, followed by uniqueness, some uniqueness about this. Uniqueness ಏನಪ್ಪ, which is the first country which has achieved Har Ghar Jal Yojana? Which state? It is Goa, followed by Telangana, followed by Punjab, Haryana, Andaman Nicobar, Puducherry. All those states as well as union territories, nothing but 6 states and UTs have achieved Har Ghar Jal Yojana. ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಯುನಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಯುನಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಗೋವಾ ಅಂಡ್ ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ. ಗೋವಾ ಅಂಡ್ ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವಾಟ್? Is considered to be the Har Ghar Jal Yojana target has been achieved by the year 2024 ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ. Has achieved already, has achieved the target. Yes, see ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ you should know this. Beat ಆವಾಸ್ ಯೋಜನಾ ಮನೆಗಾಗಿರ್ಲಿ, beat Manrega, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, beat with respect to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, beat Kisan scheme, beat Ayushman Bharat, ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆ. It is Ayushman Bharat Yojana. Recently it is the Mauritius and Nepal has requested the Indian government to establish those Ayushman centers. Where? In their own countries. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಜನರಿಕ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಜನರಿಕ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜನ್ ಔಷಧಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಲ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿಯಿಂದ. From economy, taken up from Economic Times, that is International Sugar Organization. Example ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನ. It is International Sugar Organization. Now, why was in news? ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ why is in news? First, Why is in use ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ recently India chairs which session of ISO? It is 64th session of ISO. 64th session of ISO has been chaired by India, and this is ongoing from ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಯಾವಾಗವರೆಗೂ? It is from 25th June in the. This is ongoing from June 25th. Who chairs the meeting? It is by India. It is by Indian government. It's by Indian government. Okay, alva? Yes. Now coming to our ISO. ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ coming to our ISO. Okay alva? International Sugar Organization. ISA ಅಲ್ಲ, that is International Solar Alliance ಇದು. This is, we call it as International Sugar Organization. Okay alva? Now first one about, okay alva, about, now what type of body is this? Is it NGO, or is it intergovernmental body, or is it a UN body? ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? It is intergovernment. It is both. It is both a UN specialized organization also. At the same time, it is an intergovernmental body also. Highly important one. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ. See, first one, sir, intergovernmental body ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What do you mean by intergovernmental body? First, it is only the government to government interactions will take place. Nothing but the top officials of the government participate in the meetings. And that we call as what? Intergovernmental meeting. Intergovernmental meeting or intergovernmental organization. And it is a specialized branch of what? Specialized branch of UN. Now what do you mean by UN? United Nations. And what do you mean by specialized body? What do you mean by specialized body? ಏನಪ್ಪ specialized body ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It is an organization of UN which has been established to meet a specific functions. Now what is the specific function here? ಇಲ್ಲಿ specific function ಇಲ್ಲಿ, it is the sugar. It is to maintain, the manage, the producers, the consumers, and the sellers of the sugar industry. Yes or no? As simple as that. It's a specialized organization of UN. Now sir, okay, ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸರ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? When it has been established. When it has been established? It has been established in the year 1968 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It has been established in the year 1968 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಅದು 1964 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು. Which one? It is WCC. Exactly, WCC. It has been established in the year 1964. ಇದು it is 68 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It is 68. Now what is the situation of India during 1968 ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Remember this. What was the situation? The situation here is we were undergoing a huge food crisis. And after this establishment or announcement of what? Announcement of Green Revolution. Under the chairmanship of Yaro. Under the chairmanship of Swaminathan. Under the chairmanship of Swaminathan. Not recently Swaminathan has been awarded with what? The 53rd Bharat Ratna awardee. 53rd Bharat Ratna. The highest civilian award has been provided to Yarge. It is Swaminathan. Yes, highly important one. You must know this. Done 68 alaitu. Now, where is the headquarters of this? It is exactly, it is London, United Kingdom. London, United Kingdom or Britain ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. London is a place, a star capital or a capital or a place. It is headquarters located in London ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Done? London. Now what's the objective? Okay ನಾ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Yes, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಲಂಡನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. London, and that London is located in where? It is in Europe. United Kingdom, western part of Europe. Western part of Europe. Is this UK a part of European Union? No. In the year 2016 ali, this United Kingdom has exited from the Britain, or I can say exited from European Union, and that we call it as Brexit anta. Britain exit from United, or I can say United Europe or European Union. Who is the Prime Minister of UK? It is Rishi Sunak. Yes, he's an Indian origin, or I can say, can I say he's a person of Indian origin? PIO, obviously yes. Is he a citizen of India? No, he's not a citizen, but his origin traces back to what? Traces back to, it is India. Trace back to India ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Now objective ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು objective? What's the main objective? The main objective of this ISO here is to protect and to conserve and to go for a discussion about the development of what? Development of the sugar industry. It includes all the discussions. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು all sir ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it deals with respect to the production part. It deals with respect to, it is the selling. It deals with respect to what? It deals with respect to what? It is consuming. Now nothing but what? Nothing but we call it as a sugar industry. It is which talks about empowerment of what? Empowerment of the sugar industry in India. Empowerment of the sugar industry in, I can say, the complete world and India in specifically. See, our own interest will be more than world interest. Obviously, we'll be focusing on this. But the major focus will be on the largest producing states only. Nothing but Brazil, India, or Thailand. Because we are the largest producers. We are the largest consumers also. We are largest, I can say, the discussion holders also. Because namge jaasti ಬೇಕಾಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Yes or no? See, whatever we are consuming, majority, 67% is being consumed by India itself. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಏನು ತಿಂತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಾಲ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದು. Yes or no? Yes, it is objective is this one. For by, I can say, sir, how many countries are a part of this discussion? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇದಾರಪ್ಪ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is 87, 87 ಅಂತ. It is 87, including India, is a part of ISO. Is a part of ISO. Okay, alva? With respect to International Sugar Organization. This is about basics. Now, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ peripheral ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, exam point of view ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, see ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, maximum ಇಷ್ಟು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. Now, little bit you should know about the major important one. We call it as about the sugarcane. ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ವೋ? ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ sugarcane ಬಗ್ಗೆ. It is we call it as the sugarcane. ಈ sugarcane ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, what is the climate or what is the season required for the cultivation of the sugar? It is irrigated or rainy season ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. Major one here is about the sugar or sugarcane ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, sugarcane ಬಗ್ಗೆ it requires what? Highly irrigated. ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? Highly irrigated land is required here. Highly irrigated land. ಸರ್ ಮಳೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ? in and around 100 to 150, 200 ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಟ್ in and around ನನಗೆ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ even I can grow in Rajasthan also. For by what should be the soil type? Soil type ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರಲಿ. It can be any soil, but that soil should be fertile. Nothing but what type of soil? Fertile soil ಬೇಕು. Doubt? It is fertile soil. Doubt ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is fertile soil is required here. Fertile soil, irrigated land ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. For by the soil should be fertile here. Now based on this, which a country is the largest producer of this cane? It is Brazil. Now which country is called a sugar bowl of the world? It is Cuba. Does it mean they are the largest? No, it is just a title. It's just a title. It is nothing but country. It is Brazil. Second yarappa. Third yarappa. It is Thailand. Third is Thailand. It's not China. It is not a China ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Now with respect to first world level ಆಯ್ತು. Now with respect to India ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ತರ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ದ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್, ದ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಯುನಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ? ವಿ ಆರ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಬಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್. ನಾವು ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಶುಗರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌದೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಮೈಸೂರು ಪಕ್ಕ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್, ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ನಾವೇನಿದ್ರೆ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಎಣ್ಣೆಲ್ ಅಂತೀರಾ, ಎಣ್ಣೆಲು ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಆ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತಿನ್ನೋ ಎಣ್ಣೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್, ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನಟ್, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ, ಫುಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ. ಎಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್. ಎಸ್, ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಮಲ್ಗೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ದೇ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಅ ಫಿಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್, ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್. ಹಾಂ, okay, the countries. Now third one, the which states are considered to be the largest producer of sugarcane? It is Uttar Pradesh, followed by Maharashtra and Karnataka. It is Uttar Pradesh, UP largest, followed by Maharashtra, followed by Karnataka, followed by a Karnataka ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. followed by a Karnataka. ನಾವು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಸ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಳಗಾಂ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಾಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? ಬೇಬಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬೆಳಗಾಂ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಂಡ್ಯ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಿಜಾಪುರ್, ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟೆ, ರಾಯಚೂರು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅ ಶುಗರ್ ಬೋಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ದಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಸೋಂಬೇರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅ ಶುಗರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯ ನಾಡು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ವರಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಬೆಳಗಾಂ. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Can I say on common sense questions, it must be highly irrigated? Nothing but highly irrigated district ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is ಬೆಳಗಾಂ. highly irrigated district is ಬೆಳಗಾಂ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಶ್, ಹೌದೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಯಶ್, ಡನ್. ಸಿ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಆನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್. ಯಸ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಸಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. ಯಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೂ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಹಾಂ, next one, it is from science and technology. Which has been taken up from, it is live mint in the live mint. We call it as a dark a net anta. It is dark net. It is also called as dark web. It's also called as dark web. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. ಯಸ್, ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ವೆಬ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ವೆಬ್? ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದವರು ಹೇಳಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸಸ್. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ಡ್ರಗ್ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕಿಂಗ್, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡೇಟಾ and marketing of all these things comes under it is darknet. No. Now sir, ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ why was in news? It is NTA. ನೋಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ NTA ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? It is NTA. what is NTA? It is ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಈಗ ಪಟ್ಪಟಂದ NTA ಬಗ್ಗೆ? ಹಾ ಹೇಳಿ ಪಟ್ಪಟಂದ. It is which ministry? Ministry of Education. HRD Allah, Jamanat HRD has been renamed as Education. When it has been established? 2017 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 2017. Third one, objective ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು? Objective is conducting of the free and fair higher education, I can say the examinations, higher education examinations. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ irregularities, Recent agi our committee has been established. We call it as the Radhakrishnan committee has been established, and he is a former ISRO chairman. Former ISRO chairman Radhakrishnan committee has been established. And sir, uniqueness ಹೇಳಿ sir ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is a self-funding independent organization. Self-funding independent organization headquartered in LA. Headquartered in New Delhi. Headquartered in New Delhi. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes. Done. See, ಹಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ you should see ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು with respect to NTA ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, there is a huge information which was present in the NTA website has been captured by the illegal personalities, and they have traded in the dark net. They have traded in the dark net. They have, I can say, grabbed and they have sold in the dark net. Now sorry idella okay. Now what do you mean by web andre enu? First, what do you mean by ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಈಗ, what do you mean by WEB or WEBB also? It is web andre enu. What is web? Website andre enu? It's a web, or can I say it's a browser where information is available for the people? Yes or no? Yes, web or a website is as simple as that. For example, ಈಗ ನಾನು LaExcellence website ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, obviously don't you think it is a website, or I can say all the collected information is being stored in a particular platform we call it as website. Now, whatever the information which is provided with respect to LaExcellence, is it open for all? Is it open for all? Yes sir. Howda? No. And whatever the accessible part, we call it as surface web anta. Surface web andre enu? It is accessible part by all the people. Whereas access ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ we call it as what? It is deep web. ಆ ಡೀಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ we call it as dark web. So deep ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is not open for it is public. It is restricted access. We want user ID and password authentication for grabbing or for getting that information. For example, ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, nothing but now the paid courses, the paid test series ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, paid mentorship, information about the faculty list, information about the salaries ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. Yes or no? That we call it as what? Deep. Dark andre, dark is nothing but this personal information thing that I'm grabbing that information and I'm selling in the market. If I'm using that for illegal purpose, and that we call it as what? We call it as what? It is dark. Sir, systematic ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, nothing that this is the baseline. Now ಈ baseline ಗಿಂತ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, nothing that this we call it as surface web. It is open for all. Sir, ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is hardly 10%. Hardly 10% of information ನಿಮ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೋತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು only 10%. Yes or no? Sir, even ನಾನು ಇನ್ಕಾಗ್ನಿಟೋ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Yes. Now the rest 90%, don't you think it is restricted access? Now can I access the personal information of PM Modi? Saying that ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ or ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ? No, it is nothing but what? It is nothing but the deep. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ ಅದು? Like ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And that we call it as what? And this complete one we call it as the deep web ಅಂತ. Now out of this complete deep web, sir, deep web ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಪ? 90%. Rest we call it as 90%. It is restricted access. Now out of this deep web, a particular portion it has been used for illegal activities like terrorist activities, drug trafficking, human trafficking. It is the data it is sold here. All these things comes under what? All these things comes under the deep one. And the sub part of deep we call it as what? It is dark. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಕತ್ಲಿರತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಲೈಟ್ ಇರಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನೋ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as what? That ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಎಂಟರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಬ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. Nothing but the transaction is not stored in the server. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ Think that I have given an order for a drug. Hey, maga macha, drug ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Now, and that drug is not stored. ಯಾವ drug ಅಂತ? And from whom or with whom I am communicating, it's not stored. It's completely dark. Nothing but it is zero error. Zero error or zero accessibility. And that zero accessibility or zero error is being done via an application called as a TOR anta. ಏನಪ್ಪ TOR ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It is onion ring. It is the onion ring anta. ಈ TOR actually it has been developed by US Navy to share the information from one person to the other in a sensitive manner without getting the exact information to the other persons. ಈ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದವರು ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ TOR. Yes, sir, TOR use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we won't be getting exact location from where are we transacting or from where or who is transacting it. All this persons is completely dark in nature, nothing but a zero storage in the server. Zero or storage in the server, and that we call it as the dark web. The dark web. Okay now? Yes or no? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ? Yes, done. It is web ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ. ವೆಬ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ವೆಬ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It's a platform. It's a platform. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? It's a platform where information is stored. Information is stored ಅಂತ. Information is stored ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಬ್. Types of web ಯಾವ್ದು? It is surface web and the deep web. Surface web and the deep web anta. It is types of web. It has been classified it into two things. One we call it as what? One we call it as surface web, and the second one we call it as a deep web. Now, whenever we are discussing about sub-classification, we should remember two major important things. One we call it as yadu. One we call it as definition, and the second one we call it as examples. Second one we call it as examples ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Now, surface web ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? What is surface web? It is first is definition. ಏನಪ್ಪ surface web ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It is an information which is accessible openly. Yes or no? It's an information which is accessible openly. ಈಗ ಗೂಗಲ್ ನ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? No, it is open for all ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is open for all. Examples ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? It is open for all. Example, it includes the Facebook, Instagram ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, Google search engines. It is Wikipedia, the Chrome, all this comes under surface. Now it constitutes, uniqueness ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it constitutes what percentage? It constitutes only the 10% of the web. 10% of the web anta. 10% of the web. Done? Second one, deep ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ definition ಏನಪ್ಪ? The information is not accessible openly. It is restricted access here. It is not open, or it is called as what? Restricted access anta. Restricted access. Sir, restricted access ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we want user ID or the password authentication is required here. Password authentication is required here. Now, can I use your WhatsApp? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ನಾನು? ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Because I want what? I want at least a OTP. At least OTP ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕೀಗ. Or I need to scan your WhatsApp. ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ I can access your information. Or else no. And this constitute what percentage? 90%. Examples ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? Examples, it includes WhatsApp information, the health information, it is bank accounts, health accounts, it is Gmail accounts, it is research papers. Yes, all this comes under. See, concept ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಲ್ಲ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Now this concept 90% examples ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. Now the subpart of deep we call it as what? We call it as dark web anta. We call it as dark web. ಏನಪ್ಪ dark web ಅಂದ್ರೆ? What is dark web? A web which is used for illegal purposes. Illegal are purposes which includes narcotics, which includes human trafficking, which includes drug trafficking, which includes arms selling and buying, etc, etc, etc. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಎಸ್, ಡನ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವ? ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ? ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ? ಎಸ್, ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as from space technology topics. From space technology topics in the space technology taken up from departmental website that is called as Department of Space anta or ISRO website in the. Now we have three major important news with respect to space technology in this week. Yadappa three major important news. So one we call it as ISS. Okay alva? Islamic State of Syria and it is Iraq alla. It is Indian Space Station. Indian Space Station. It is also called as what? It is Bharatiya Antarikshak Station anta. It is Bharatiya. It is Antarikshak Station anta ನೀವು ಸಲಿದ. Second one it is reusable launch vehicle. It is called as a Pushpak. It is Pushpa 2 alla, it is Pushpak. It is Pushpa akanta, Pushpak. Yes, second one. And the third one we call it as plan for Chandrayana 4 is also ready now. Plan for Chandrayana 4 is also ready now. Okay alva? Now with respect to it is Indian Space Station ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, now all these three will be launched by ಯಾರಪ್ಪ? As simple as that. It is ISRO. Okay alva? First a parameter will be launched by ಯಾರು? Launched by ISRO. It is Indian Space Research Organization. Headquartered Delhi. It is in Bengaluru. Under which department? Department of Space. Directly reporting it to Prime Minister. Who is the chairman of this ISRO? It is Somnath. Yes, ISRO. It is ISRO. Same ISRO. Done. Second one. By which year they will be launching it? ಯಾವಾಗಪ್ಪ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? It is by target year is by 2035. ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ. It is by 2035. It is 2047 100 year celebration. That is different. It is New India, by achieving New India. It is 2035. 20 or 30 or 5 ಅಂತ ಬಟ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಆದರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಗಗನಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 22 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು. ಇನ್ನು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೋನಾಟ್ಸ್ನ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ನಮ್ಮ ಚಳ್ಕೆರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. It is they're launching or they are training it in ಚಳ್ಕೆರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಇನ್ನು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಳ್ಸೋದವ್ರನ್ನ. ಅದು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಜೀವನ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಮೇಲೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಆಚೆ ಒಳಗಡೆನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೂರ್ಕೊಬಿಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಾನೇ ಇಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ reusable launch vehicle. This we call it as what? That is a Pushpaka Vimana. Okay, it is Pushpak. Third one we call it as what? Third one it is Chandrayana 4. Idra ಬಗ್ಗೆ no as such we don't have any idea, but ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ information ಪ್ರಕಾರ this will be collaborated with what? It is Japan government. It is JICA ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ, or it is Japan ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ they will launch it ಅಂತ. See, as of now we don't have an exact information, but this will be launched as soon as possible. Okay, ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಸ್, ಡನ್. ನಾವು with respect to ISS ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, why we want this? What are the positives of this? Why we want this? It is majorly to study what? Majorly to study it is the space related activities with respect to studying of the climate, studying of the weather patterns, studying of major ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ microgravity, studying of microgravity in our Earth's atmosphere. Majorly it is extensive research. It has been undertaken to study with respect to climate, to study about weather, to study about microgravity, to study about the new technologies also. Work ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತ, new technologies also. Next one with respect to reusable launch vehicle ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? What are the positives of this reusable launch vehicles? Now we can be used again and again the same, I can say what, the same vehicles. ಯಾವ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಇದಾವೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಈಗ? It is PSLV and it is LVM. It is PSLV is nothing but GSLV ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. They have renamed it as it is Launch Vehicle Mark 3 LVM ಅಂತ. Yes, okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? For by it is the launch vehicles we call it as the PSLV ಇದೆ as of now. We have LVM ಇದೆ. It is love ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. Okay. It is LVM, that is called as Launch Vehicle Mark 3 ಅಂತ. LVM Mark 3. For by ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದೆ, we call it as SSLV. It is Small Satellite Launch Vehicle which can carry a payload of up to it is 500 kgs ವರೆಗೂ. It is 500 kgs ವರೆಗೂ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ನೀನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಹೇಳು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡು. ಹಾಂ, 150 ಇಲ್ಲ, it is 500 payload I am talking about. It is payload capacity. Payload capacity. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes, this you need to know about all those three things. See, maximum information ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ. This has been reusable launch vehicle has been launched from ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it's from ಚಳ್ಳಕೆರೆ. It is from ಚಳ್ಳಕೆರೆಯಿಂದ. It is in ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗ. It is in ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is from ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗ.